Boom! What's going on, you guys? This is Luke Pico with IroncladConfidence.com coming to you guys today with another personal development training video for you guys. What's going on, champions? Hope you guys are doing well today. You know what, you guys, today let's talk about how to get motivated. How to get motivated. You know, you guys, so many people every single day live unmotivated. There's some people who get real motivated, but for the most part, most people lack motivation. And motivation, you guys, it can go two ways, okay? Being motivated is good. Having a motive, having plans, having an idea, having something that jumpstarts you, that gets you activated and supercharged, that's good. But then you can have too much motivation where it gets all out of your head and it's all heady stuff, okay? Where it's not grounded. You want to have a good balance if you can. So let me explain to you how I get motivated, you guys. It's something that I do all the time, and it's how I'm able to get motivated. And a lot of people don't know this, you guys, but it goes back to the tool of choice. Every choice you make has power in it. Every single choice that you make has power in it. Every choice that you make allows you to change the direction of where you're going in life and what you're doing. And it all the way down to on a daily basis. It even goes down to something that small, okay? If you want to learn how to get motivated, this is how I do it. When you're feeling in a state of complete, just, I guess you would say depression, where you're just kind of like, you have no motivation, you're feeling lazy-minded, you're feeling apathetic, which is actually the lowest state that you can get in. You don't feel motivated. You feel just kind of like, what's the point, right? If you want to learn how to be motivated in life, to get motivated, then you have to be willing to recognize when you're feeling that way, when you're feeling just kind of like not doing nothing. That's when you need to recognize that you need to break a pattern. You have to be willing to break a pattern. Everything in life is a pattern. There's all kinds of patterns everywhere you look. There's negative patterns, positive patterns, and this is according to how people live in general. They live based upon a pattern, a routine that they just live through every single time. When you're feeling like you don't want to do something, that's when you actually need to do the thing that you don't want to do. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does, because motivation is power. It's straight up power. And you will recognize, you guys, you will recognize that if you want to get motivated, you literally have to be willing to challenge yourself. And this is something I've learned, that just to prove this back to yourself, this is something that I've learned, is that when you decide to break a pattern, meaning if you're feeling like you don't want to go to the gym, that's actually when you need to use action to break that pattern of just saying, nah, I'm going to stay where I'm at. You need to go out and you need to go to the gym. When you do that, you release energy. That energy is motivation and influence that will make you feel better. It'll motivate you. It'll give you more confidence. It'll give you more self-esteem, because you challenged yourself. When you challenge yourself like that, and you do this on a regular basis, you do the thing that you don't want to do or you're uncomfortable with doing, when you do that, you just give back to yourself. That's what happens. When you do that, you give back to yourself. I'm out here today, you guys. I'm like at the house. I already did my podcast for the day. And I just have more in me for today. I was like, should I do another video today? Because I did a couple yesterday, and but yeah, you know why? Because it motivates me. It influences me. It gives back to me what I need, my plans that I have going on for myself, my ideas, my strategies, my goals. That influences me. That motivates me. That gives back to me, because I'm like, man, should I do it today? But you know what? And you know what happens when you do that? When you give into that too much? You wind up you receive less motivation. You receive less enthusiasm. You get more into a relaxed, calm, just lazy state of mind. And this is how most people live in general, you guys. They live like this every single day. You have to avoid toxic people as much as you can. You have to, because they'll pull you down. they will pull you down. They'll give out that energy. And so if you are around people like that in your life, learn to minimize the amount of people who you're gonna be around who are that, because it'll give back to you. You'll be pulled down with them. And if you wanna be motivated, then you need to recognize the power and the importance of breaking a pattern. Breaking a pattern. I didn't wanna do that, I'm not gonna do that today. No, get up and do it. I promise you, if you do that, you'll release energy. Boom, energy goes out, right? You feel better, you do something different. That is how you get motivated. You weren't planning on following through by going to the gym. That's when you need to go to the gym. You weren't planning on creating a video. That's when you need to create a video. You weren't planning on building a business. That's when you need to start working on the idea of building a business. In other words, if you're into personal development, if you're into the mindset, mastery of that mindset, then you have to recognize how valuable and how important it is for you to take control of your mind and learn to master those emotions. Learn to use the tool of choice, my friends. The tool of choice is powerful. It's powerful because every single day that you live, you have to make a choice. Every moment is a choice. Every time, everything you do in life is a choice. And every choice you make will change the trajectory of where you're going in life. You want to be successful? Think about what you want and then move in that direction. Make the choice to move in that direction. I'm reading, for me, you guys, I am reading books. I am writing down all kinds of information. I bust out my Word document, Microsoft, right? And I'm writing down bullet point after bullet point, everything that I want to do for today. All the concepts that I have coming in, all the strategies, all the ideas. Because sure, one strategy is good and you should execute on that strategy. But the bigger you strategize, the more strategies you have connected into whatever other strategy that you have, the stronger it gets, the more it grows, and the more powerful you're able to have over yourself. The more influence, the more motivation, the more positivity that you can give to other people to have a breakthrough. Because see, when you break a pattern, you do what you didn't want to do, you have a breakthrough, my friends. You have a breakthrough. That breakthrough gives back to you motivation. That motivation to follow through. That motivation, because when you tell yourself these ideas that you're gonna do something, and then you say you're gonna do something, you give voice to that, and then you actually use action to jump out there and do it, you feel so good about yourself because you did what you said and you thought you were going to do. When you are unaligned and you say one thing and you think another thing and you do a complete other thing, you feel negative on yourself. You feel negative on yourself. You don't feel motivated. You feel apathetic. You give in to all your emotions and you beat yourself up and why you can't do it and why everything sucks and why there's no point in it. You never gain enough influence and motivation over yourself to actually do the thing that you were wanting to do. Because us humans, we're emotional creatures, right? We're emotional creatures. We feel all kinds of emotions, and that's why if you base who you are on all those emotions, you can make the wrong choice because your emotions will trick you. Don't get me wrong, we feel them, we have them, but they'll trick you if you give in to them. If you give in to them and let them take control, let them take over. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to build the business that you want, if you want to become a better person, a better version of yourself, then you have to be willing and you have to recognize the power of patterns. They'll show up in your life. You're living according to a pattern right now. And if you want to be able to go places with your life, then you got to be willing to break whatever that pattern is that's not serving you. Because as soon as you break that pattern, you can go places, you get motivated, you get more influence, you get more self-control. The more disciplined you are, right? That's the way it is in life, my friends. You're either disciplined or you're not. And a person who lacks discipline, they live a very negative life. You know, I know people, you guys, who they can't even get motivated to do the dishes with pride. They can't do things, and this is just stuff that I've seen throughout my life. They take no pride in what they do whatsoever. There's no motivation. There's no motivation to improve themselves. None whatsoever. I don't want to be that kind of person, and I know you don't want to be that kind of person. Most people don't want to be the kind of person who is not improving themselves. But the sad truth is, most people aren't improving themselves. Most people do not improve themselves. That's another video in itself. We'll talk about another day pretty soon, you know, but you guys, most people just give in. They give in to whatever negativity that they feel. They don't know how to get out of their head. They don't know how to control themselves. They don't know, so they just they feel pathetic on themselves. And they actually think that they know more than somebody who's working on themselves. If you're an individual who works on yourself regularly, you study, you read, you train, and you know that you know more, it's not to hold it over people and act arrogant towards people, nothing like that. But if people who you surround yourself with, or people that you may know, family members, you know, whoever, they think that they know it all, and you know that they don't because of all the bad choices they've made in your life. You have to limit the amount of time you spend with people like that. Yes, you love them. Yes, they're there. Yes, you support them, but you still have to be aware. You have to be aware. You can't just completely give into that. You cannot just allow those circumstances and situations and those things to control you, because they will have an effect on you, a negative effect. You know, there's some people, they never plan for their life, you guys. They're just always down. If they're not planning for their life, they're not going to plan for you. Believe me, they don't care. They could be gone tomorrow and they can care less what you have, or, you know, they're always thinking that they're making right choices, and yet they make all these bad choices, you guys. They make all these bad choices. They don't know how to follow through. They don't know how to have successful relationships with their kids, with their parents, with their significant other. They don't. And yet they somehow think that they have all this knowledge and wisdom. Let me tell you something, my friends. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. That means you apply it. Wisdom isn't, oh, you're 30, 40, 50 years old, you have wisdom. I know plenty of people that old who have made one bad choice after another. One bad choice after another. There's no wisdom there. Wisdom is when you can apply knowledge. It's knowledge applied. In other words, here's a small example. You know you shouldn't smoke, so and because you know that, you say, you know what, I'm gonna apply the knowledge and stop smoking. So you stop smoking. That's applied knowledge. That's wisdom. Wisdom is when you know how to apply the things that you learn. If you want to be able to have motivation, if you want to be able to have influence over yourself, if you want to be able to go in the direction that you want to go in life, you have to be willing to challenge yourself. You have to be willing to talk to yourself. Because when you talk to yourself, when you create your own work, when you document your progress, you create your own plans, your own strategies, that is powerful, my friends, because that takes you in the direction that you want to go with your life. And for me, I'm in the industry of personal development, success, motivation, marketing, mindset, all that good stuff, right? And so what you want to do, my friends, is learn how to, as the more you work on yourself, the more you learn to break negative patterns, the more you learn to improve yourself, the further ahead you're going to go, because that motivation is energy. Motivation's energy. It's high energy. It's enthusiasm. It's happiness. It's positivity. It's confidence. It's courage, right? Because let me tell you something right here, my friends. Courage is the discipline. Confidence is the reward. Courage is the discipline. confidence is the reward. It's easy to be confident once you have the courage to be disciplined and to follow through with the thing that you didn't want to do, because it's training, right? Discipline is training. Courage to face your fears and to follow through, that's powerful. That is hugely powerful. But you know, you guys, I'm out here and about today. I'm on a rant right now. I got all kinds of motivation going on today, you guys. I've been knocking out all kinds of work. I've been working on myself. I've been working on my business. I've been trying to do all that I can to offer you guys more value, offer you guys more insights, offer you guys more energy, more ideas, more strategies, you know? And, you know, some people are like, dude, you always have your glasses on, right? Yes, because I live in California. It's freaking blazing, sunny, crazy out here. Or maybe I'll just keep them on just as a marketing tactic, right? I'll just keep it on and keep everyone guessing.